and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Highlander Hybrid Limited in the color Blueprint. Let's take a look. Starting in front, underneath the hood, we have the gas components of the hybrid energy system. It is a turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 243 horsepower, towing capacity up to 3,500 pounds. Up front, you have your LED headlamps, daytime running lights, fog lights down below. Across your front bumper, you've got these little round nodules. These guys are your front parking sensors. Now, onto the side here, you have 20-inch alloy wheels. You have your all-wheel drive badge on both of your front doors. Then, side mirrors include integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and underneath, you have additional puddle lamps and cameras to contribute to the effects. Then, you have on both of your front handles here, this little double line. We'll talk about that more on the driver's side. Heading back, all of your rear windows come with factory tinting, and up top you have silver roof rails with a black roof racks that have been attached to them. On the back of the unit, just like up front, you've got backup parking sensors that go the whole way across. Left-hand side you have your Highlander badge, then right-hand side you have both the Limited and the HEV Hybrid badges. Down below there is the hitch receiver. Then underneath of your rear logo is your backup camera. To open up your cargo space, reach next to the camera and press the button, and it should automatically raise itself upwards. Inside we have both second and third row seating here. Second row seating is independent captain's chairs, meaning that there is no middle section seat right here. It is fully independent. We'll talk about this section a little bit more when we get up there. For the third row, it is a 60-40 split on the left, so the smaller side is on the left, larger side is on the right. For any one of these four quadrants, you can control them by releasing these little handles that you find in the top outside corners of the seats. Then, for the third row occupants, they have access to plenty of their own cup holder spaces. On the right, we have the Highlander carpeted mats still in their factory packaging. Now, across the back, we have the interior cargo cover. This guy, when taken out of its factory plastic wrapping, you are able to unroll it, drag it forward, and it will lock into place on these little hooks on either side, helping to keep private any goods that you keep stored down below it. That way no one can look in through your rear windows and see what goods you've got. There is actually a built-in space underneath of the floorboards that you'll see back here in a second, where this can be tucked away, because as you can see, when you have it up, it is not recommended to have anybody sitting in the third row, because first of all, you aren't even able to bring your seats up, so if these are laid down, this will block the seats from rising upwards. But secondly, if there is somebody sitting here, they're going to have a metal bar sitting directly in front of their face. Now, across the back of your second row seats, as well as the dedicated floor space, we have this Highlander branded rubber mat cargo liner. This guy's got two jobs. First off, helps to protect your vehicle from your cargo. It is this nice, thick, durable plastic, and as you can see, there is texturing all across this, which ensures that there is a layer that is nice and durable between your vehicle and your cargo, and secondly, this texture helps to reduce the amount of movement of any goods that are placed in the back here so that they're not moving around and scuffing up the unit. Secondly, it helps to keep your space neat and tidy. It is much easier to simply pick this up and remove it out of the space, and then you can rinse or shake any dirt or debris off of it before returning it back. That way things aren't clinging to that carpeted interior that likes to stick to every little piece of dust. Now on the left-hand side, we have a 12-volt adapter here as well as one of your JBL speakers. You have this premium JBL speaker sound system all throughout your unit. On the right-hand side, you'll find this little false wall panel here. This is where you're able to gain access to your battery through, should you ever need to do so. Now, if you're looking for your tire kit, look down at the ground. You'll find this little fabric tab here. Lift this guy upwards, and then everything you need will be stored right underneath. You've got your tools on the left here. Then you've got this little porthole on the right, and then you have in the back here these notes showing you exactly how to go about getting the tire out from underneath of the vehicle via this little porthole space. Now, to close up your space back here, you can reach up to your handle on the right-hand side, or you can just press the electronic button next to it. Next, let's take a look at the inside. Inside here, your interior upholstery is the black Softex leatherette. It has black stitching as well. As we said, it is independent captain's chairs for your second row, so there is no middle seat here. Instead, you have this cup holder space provided for any storage or, of course, cup needs. For the armrest portion, there are these folding down ones that can be tucked up, such as we have it on this side, or folded down whenever needed. And then the other one is just built right into the door frame itself. Now, if we look up overhead here, you'll find this panoramic moonroof overhead that allows everybody to enjoy it. On the back of your front passenger and front driver seats, you've got pouch storage. Back of the console is where you have your third air conditioning control zone. So this allows for your second and third row occupants to control their own fan, mode, and temperatures. This can be controlled from up front. We'll take a look at that when we get up there. Down below is where you have all of your charger ports. And currently we have the Highlander rubber mats installed inside of the unit. On the side of the seat here is where you have adjustments for the seats themselves. So there are little diagrams on there showing you exactly which controls do what motion, but it allows you to move them around either for adjustments for cargo needs or simply to provide quick, easy access to get to the third row in the back there. Inside your door, you have your storage spaces, power window control here. We also get our first look at this glossy wood grain trim. We'll see more of this throughout your front cab space. And you have the built-in sunshades. So this allows your third row and second row occupants to keep the sun out of their eyes without taking away from their view. You can easily unhook these guys from up top, roll them all the way back down, and then they'll be able to go flush in with your door frame. Now back again to these double lines. These guys indicate keyless entry. So if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand up top here or inside the handle to lock and unlock your unit. Inside the driver's door, you've got power windows for both front and back, window lock, power lock system, and side mirror controls. On the left, this allows for your side mirrors to fold in flat with the body of your unit. You can keep it set to A for automatic, then they will fold and unfold when you lock and unlock with a key fob, or you can manually adjust these guys at any point in time. Next to your handle is your memory seat settings, which of course means you have electronic seat adjustment, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. Then hood and gas releaser on the bottom left-hand corner of the dash. On top of that, you've got a little storage space. Then you have the controls for the power trunk release, heated steering wheel, AC 120 volts, and automatic headlamps. All the way up top is your odometer trip and the dash brightness. Taking a look at the steering wheel, this guy is black leather and has light gray stitching. Left-hand side is controls for your dash display. You've got hands-free communication and your volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls on the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top. This includes sonar and lane departure. In the middle is your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Right now you're looking at the optional navigation, which you can connect through Toyota connected services. Then is your audio listening, AM, FM, and satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and there's optional USB adapters throughout the vehicle. Then Bluetooth connectivity for your personal device. In here you have three things. One is the hybrid energy flow. So of course the vehicle is parked and not moving, so there's not a whole lot to see right now, but this shows you in real time as different components of the hybrid system communicate with each other. So you'll see the energy flowing back and forth. This is even more interesting to keep an eye on when you're out and about, especially if you're in traffic, so you're braking and going and really using that regenerative Toyota hybrid self-recharging technology. You also have this little blue gauge in the center there, which is an indicator of how charged up your hybrid system currently is, so there's no guessing game involved with that. In between those is your trip info, and at the top there is your climate display. So you have it for front, for rear, and additional options. This is your Eco Heat Cool and rear windshield deicer. At the bottom is all your settings, everything from personal profile, Bluetooth information, Wi-Fi display, voice search, dealer info, software updates, etc. Underneath is your climate control center. We have dual climate control up front here, meaning that the driver and front passenger can either have their temperatures synced up, as you can see they will be on either side, or you can choose to turn off your syncing in order to allow them to function independently from one another. You do have options for controlling the rear there as well, so if you give that a press, it will show the display that is currently going on in the back, and you can choose to have this synced up with your front controls as well too. Now on each side we have three controls for heated and cooled seats. So you have the orange for heat and the green for the cool. This one for the driver's side, that side for the passenger side. Still on the driver's side here is your defrost for front windshield, rear windshield, side mirrors, and the defrost of your rear windshield wiper blade. Top left corner or right corner here is your volume control. Underneath you've got your 4-ways push start ignition, and then you've got a wireless charging pad up front. It's got this nice built-in tray space in here, as well as you can see bumpers along the sides and the back, which ensure that if you have a device in there, it's not going to be bumping around when you're out on the road. Having this feature means you don't have to worry about having charging cords in your vehicle ever again. Of course, if that is your preference, you do have these charger ports down below, and some more are inside of your console space. Now, this storage space goes almost the entire way across your front dash. There's just one divider about halfway through, ensuring that if you put an item on one side, it won't accidentally slip slide all the way down onto the other. Underneath, you have more storage space on the left. As we said, you have your charger ports on the right. You've got your gear shift here, more of this glossy wood grain trim in the middle, cup holder spaces, drive modes, your sport, normal, and eco, parking brake, parking hold, traction control, EV mode, and trail mode for all of your driving needs. In the back is the console. This guy slides open. You've got this little sliding tray all the way up top. General storage down below. You can't see from the camera angle, but there are some more charger adapters available deep inside. On the right-hand side, down below, there is a lockable glove box. Up overhead on the rear view mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots. Those guys are garage door openers. Then up overhead, you have your sunglasses compartment. It also doubles as having a secondary mirror. So this is meant for keeping an eye specifically on your rear passengers. Anybody who's driven with large crowds in their vehicle knows that things can get a little bit rowdy in the back, and sometimes you're trying to use your rearview mirror to keep an eye on the commotion inside. Now you can make sure to dedicate this one to its intended use of watching traffic, and this one can be used to watch over your passengers. Then up top, you have all of your overhead lighting controls, your SOS button, and controls up there for the panoramic moonroof. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Highlander Limited Hybrid in the color blueprint. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.